everyone, welcome to my channel. We're doing a pick a pile reading. This reading is specifically for those of you who are not in contact. Those twin flames or whatever your dynamic is in your connection. There's no contact, but it's a common thing with twin flames that there is separation and periods of no communication, where you tend to obsess over what the person is thinking, what they may be thinking, what their intentions may be. So we're taking a look at the reason why there is no contact. Perhaps your person has blocked you or has just cut you off and you don't fully understand their reasoning, because often, especially in a twin flame dynamic, reason is just not something that makes sense. It seems to just elude the dynamic completely. Things just happen, they make no sense, they hurt, they have an impact on you, but understanding is not always within reach. So whatever your dynamic may be, you may be a twin flame, you may be a soulmate, a karmic, or otherwise, and you are wondering why there is this disconnect, why there is no contact, why your person is not speaking to you, why they're not reaching out to you, what their feelings are currently, and the intention, what their intention is in this connection and towards you at this moment now. Energy changes, it shifts constantly. So I'm picking up what is relevant now in the energy, and therefore what determines the next few months. But within 6 months things could have shifted. In 3 months things could have shifted. So we're just looking at when you find this message, that's when it's relevant for you. I'm doing 3 piles. And I always ask that you guys take a few deep breaths, settle into your intuition, and ask your guides and keepers to guide you, to help you to know which pile is for you first and foremost, and then which message is yours. If it doesn't resonate, and if you are wanting to get a reading for about more than one person, you can choose more than one pile. You focus on your person, and then the number that comes up in the first 2 seconds, that's usually the one that you've been guided towards. Okay. Whatever your intuition is guiding you towards, trust that. Alright, you've entered a sacred space. I start all of my readings with a guided meditation in which I open a channel for remote healing in the area of love and relationship for my subscribers. You're welcome to tune into that. It is important that you trust your guidance system first and foremost. Trust your intuition. You know your story. These messages are to serve you on your journey and not to hinder. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west have their sacred flames burning. Right. If you haven't chosen your number yet, you're welcome to pause and pick your pile. Okay. Right, for pile 1, I've already pre-shuffled, but I'm just going to give it another little shuffle. We are looking at, we're answering 3 questions. There's no contact with you and your person. And we're wanting to know the reason as to why your person has not reached out to you or communicated with you. Okay. there's no contact. And the reason why your person hasn't reached out to you is, it looks to me as though you could be dealing pile one with a married person. This person is married and committed elsewhere. Perhaps no longer emotionally committed, but there is a commitment of sorts. Now your person was at a point where they needed to decide what it is that gets to stay in their life and what gets to go. Understanding that the unhappiness, the dis-ease that your person has been experiencing is as a result of carrying things around or entertaining situations that were not serving or not good for your person. Now, that means that your person's in the energy of being defensive, fearful. Think about a knight. The Knight of Swords is here. A knight that feels they have to defend their kingdom. They have to defend what is sacred. And they don't ask questions. They just take heads off. And I feel like that is the energy that your person was in when they decided to disconnect from you. Seeing you as a threat. For whatever reason. Perhaps the situation caused pain or caused discomfort, or you were challenging your person in a way that they were not ready to acknowledge or to step up to, but rather experiencing you as too much of a challenge or too much of a threat to their comfort, maybe. I do see that this is someone that has a false sense of stability somewhere. What they consider to be home is a circus. This is someone that has deceived you, has been deceitful. This is someone that was willing to come towards you because of what you offer, because of what this person is able to gain. But they still had they were still in between making a choice. I feel as though this person gave you the impression that they had made their choice to be with you, but this person hadn't fully made that decision, and they deceived you. Because even though your person is not happy with they consider home or their sense of security and their sense of stability. So think about the circus. Let me paint this picture for you. The circus is normally a place where people go, like, let's think about it in stories and historically. It was a place where people went because they were outcasts and they could be a part of a community where they could exist because they were different, and that became the reason why the circus wanted them, because they could put these people on show for whatever made them different or unique or whatever made them bizarre. People were drawn to the circus to see unusual things, the kinds of things that would interest them, but not the kinds of people or things that they'd want to live with in their community, because what was different frightened them. So that was the circus, and people would go and join the circus because they had nowhere else to go. It didn't mean it was an easy place to be, or that they were treated well, or that they were even happy. They were often exploited. This is your person's situation in the dynamic that they call home. So it looks to me like this is a person that, this could be a married person or someone that is in some sort of commitment with family, long-term commitment, where there is obviously some sort of financial stability or security associated with it. Your person's fear was that if they cut out what they've considered to be their sense of belonging with this other person or this other situation for such a long time, even though they are not happy and it's not really what they want, would they be foolish to think that they get to have more? What if they cut that out and you decide that they are not the kind of different that you want to live with, you know? Or the kind of monster or the kind of outcast. So whatever they consider to be deformed or distorted about themselves, when I refer to your person considers him or herself to be distorted or disfigured in some way and of no real use to anybody other than the circus, even though they're not happy there. Can they be accepted and really loved? You know, these are the kinds of things. This is your person's dysmorphia that they are dealing with, that perhaps they didn't fully express to you. But I do see someone that wanted to come towards you with their broken heart and the desire to change, but too afraid to make the choice. If this is a twin flame dynamic, then the Seven of Swords shows up. The Seven of Swords is not a good card to have in a love reading. This is someone that is deceitful. This is someone that lives a double life. This is someone that has one foot in the past, one foot moving forward to gain and grab whatever they can, but they run back there when they're done, when things don't work out or when they are discovered. But in a twin flame dynamic, how the Seven of Swords shows up for me is there's a deeper meaning. Yes, there is deception. Your person's deceived you. Okay? And for some of you, the roles might be reversed, but take it as it resonates. How I see it here is that your person's deceived you, but if you're in a twin flame dynamic, if you're going through a twin flame awakening, then how this shows up for me, there is a deeper meaning. This is someone that has found a sense of false security and home, and they settle because they believe that that is all that they deserve, and they've settled for such a long time because they've not been able to find real unconditional love and acceptance out in the world. And then your person meets you and suddenly they are drawn to you like a moth to a flame because of the activation, the healing and the recognition of self. They feel whole when they are around you, when in reality they see themselves as disfigured, whether it's psychologically, emotionally. They just have they don't have a positive view of themselves. When they look in the mirror, they see a monster. And in you, suddenly they feel like they can stand up straight, like whatever has been disfigured with them just doesn't exist when they're around you, and they really like this. But does the mind believe it? So they're drawn to you like a moth to a flame and they love it, but do they believe that it's real? Or do they believe that they've just created another fantasy with someone and both of you are just caught up in a fantasy that cannot possibly last? Spirit is also saying to me that your person, for many of you, your person thinks that you have possibly bewitched them, that it's not real, that you're just such a master manipulator that you've made them see what they want to see. And the moment that you have your claws in them and they've let go and turned their back on everything, they will be like a doormat to you because you know the real them. You know their real value and their real worth, which isn't their real value and real worth, but to them it is. It's a very low self-worth and low self-esteem. And so this person, your person, has seen you to have bewitched them, to have put some sort of spell upon them, and in desperation to survive, because you were asking them to let go of their crutch. You were expecting them to let go of their crutch and to move forward and to trust in their happiness and to have faith in what they deserve. And the attachment to that crust, to that codependent situation, it stirred such fear that they saw you to be misleading, misguiding, and manipulative, and they wanted to take off the head of the snake, seeing you as the snake. Now, this is not the truth of the matter, but this is how this person sees it. This is why this disconnect and why no contact. Intuitively, this person knows better, but there is a great disconnect between the mind, the ego, the I, and self, which is the soul, their intuition. This person keeps looking back on what you guys had, and all the conversations you had about sharing your life together, about getting married, about being happy together. And this person feels that you deceived them, when really your person deceived themselves and you. But your person has what I'm explaining, and what I seem to fail to find the words to describe this. It's as if how they see reality and reality, there's a big gap between it. There's this construct of this movie or this story or this theatrical that plays out in your person's head, where they are the victim and need to protect themselves, in which this person just couldn't see how good and how pure you are, because your person doesn't associate the power that you have with goodness. Your person sees your power as a threat. Your person has a warped belief that power is associated with darkness, not knowing that yes, it may be, but there is no such thing as darkness. It is just an absence of a light. So that is the reason. But your person keeps looking back, and your person hasn't reached out to you because they feel as though they've spilt all of these cups. There is grieving that's taking place here. It's as if the part of you that your person got to share or experience, it's as if your person sees you as being dead even though you're still alive. You know, some people cope with their pain in that way. When they experience, when they have a bond with someone and they experience a warped sense of reality, where they are such a vibrational match to deception that they experience their relationships in that way. Deception is something that they see, they conjure it up, they see it, they manifest it. Even though you didn't betray or you didn't deceive your person, you were honest with this person. But because they're so calibrated to deception, They are blind. They cannot see things clearly. And because you mean so much to this person, they're too afraid to be vulnerable and real about what happened here with you. So they tell themselves that you deceived them and that you this bad person that is manipulative, because it's easier for them to believe that than to accept that they have thrown away possibly the most beautiful thing that has happened to them in all of their life, in life. So this person grieves you as if you are dead, as if this experience was something they had, it was beautiful, and then it died, it left them. Your person's not in a place to be real. What is it that my pile one's person feels? What is it that my pile one's person feels towards my pile ones? Look, we know that your person is sad, your person's grieving, your person is in a state of mourning. Whether they express this, whether they show this, you know, people deal with grief in different ways. Not everybody fall apart and cry. Some people close off. Some people detach from the subject because they can't cope with it. And I feel like your person's done that. But in the recesses of their mind, and there's a lot of things that your person used to like doing, and they felt very close to you doing it, that now they don't do. That when they do it, they've realized that they think of you and they don't like it. So they've just replaced those hobbies or those habits with other things. This is someone in a lot of pain about you, but they're in denial. They don't even want to acknowledge it. So how is it that your person feels about you? So, your person feels a lot. Your person still feels a lot of passion when it comes to you. There's a lot of sexual energy, but your person feels as though when it comes to you, they could lose themselves in this way. So they could go crazy with lust and desire, and they could completely lose control. And all reason. For some, this is a very exciting thought. But for people who have ego constructs and who have made things very black and white in their lives, and who have made things very right or wrong, being this liberated and that free has almost been made to look like it's evil and it's sinful. And so your person associates, as I said, evil, darkness, and negativity to how they experience themselves when it comes to you. It almost seems unnatural to them. Your person is very dissatisfied. Nothing that your person does brings them satisfaction anymore. Your person has delved into focusing on their money and making investments, career-wise and financially, but nothing brings them satisfaction. The last time your person felt satisfaction was with you. As I said, your person is just in an energy of pause. not wanting to deal with their feelings when it comes to you. And your person feels that the inspiration and the intuition and the connection that they feel with you, they feel very drawn to you spiritually. You come up on a number of subjects for them on a very deep level, but they see it as if you're this demon, that whatever it is that wants you so desperately is a part of them, like a demon inside that they're needing to wrestle, or a beast inside that they're needing to wrestle and overcome. Your person's intentions when it comes to you. They intend to have victory over this. They intend to have victory over this, and what this means is that the way that your person sees things at the moment, they're wrestling with themselves, they're at war with themselves, and they have a very distorted view of what is happening here. They're not connected to their truth. They're in an energy of fear when it comes to you, because this breakup or this disconnect, whatever's happened here, it's like your person imploded. And they determined to rise above whatever, regardless of the cost. But what's going to happen here is your person's going to have to reconcile with the truth here. They're going to have to reconcile with the truth. And they will be defensive about it, but this truth is going to bring your person to their knees. I see something else happening that blows this out of the water, because it's as if the mud had gone to settle and the water seems to be somewhat clear when it's not really. And then something's going to happen that disturbs all of this. Time frame. So you can, I normally ask you to determine your own time frame, but let's see what Spirit shows us here. I'd like to know when this premonition, what's been shown to me, where my Power One's person comes face to face and they have this tower moment. I'd like to know what sort of time frame is this, Spirit. Thank you. Justice. Things coming into balance. I'm seeing the number 7. 7 weeks from now, 7 months from now. This is going to be a huge blow for your person. This is justice. Karmic justice. Okay. Pile 1, that is your message. Do what is best for you. I feel as though this was not an easy thing to experience, and you have a lot of unanswered questions, and there's a lot that your person doesn't know. There is a great escapism and ignorance, an energy of ignorance that hovers around your person when it comes to this connection and you. If you find that it resonates, please comment, let me know how. And if you haven't yet, please go ahead and click that like button. Subscribe if you'd like to be a part of this community and see my upcoming videos. And if you are interested in taking a closer look into your situation, perhaps receive personal guidance and assistance, you're welcome to contact me for a personal reading. My email is in the description box below. Until next time, love and light. Bye now. Pile 2. Welcome. There's no contact between you and your person. Perhaps your person's blocked you or just distanced themselves, completely ghosted you. And you don't understand what's happening. It's not making any sense. This is very common in a twin flame connection. Where there's this disconnect where your person runs from you. But it could be any dynamic. Could be a soulmate, could be a karmic soulmate, whatever it may be. You have questions. You don't understand what is going on, why. You keep thinking about it, and you'd like to receive answers so that you can just know how to move forward with this. Alright? So we want to look at the reason. How to. What is your person's reason for not contacting you, for not reaching out, for possibly blocking or ghosting you? Let's see. Okay. So, your person experienced a lot of happiness, joy, fun, adventure with you, abundance, okay? A lot of abundance in the connection with you. A lot of your person getting everything that they've always wanted with you. But for some reason, I feel like this was very one-sided. They were chasing this happiness, chasing the sun with you here. And only giving enough. But definitely not giving as much sun as they know they should have and they could have. Something happened here. It was a great shock or surprise. Some sort of secret that revealed itself. And this came as a huge shock to your person. What is this? What is this about? What is this secret, this shock about? Okay. It looks to me as though you realize that your person was not being honest and fair with you. Your person was giving you a little bit, but also giving elsewhere. giving what they were supposed to give you elsewhere as well, and this came to light. The true intentions of your person being with you came to light, but these hidden things reveal themselves, and you realize, well, it revealed itself or themselves, whether it's people or situations, and you realize that your person was hiding their true intentions from you. But I feel like in this situation, your person feels like you did the same. So what's coming up for me here is a situation in which other people are involved. They decide to tell you the truth because with the they're saying they're doing it because they care, okay? But it's a pretense, because your person has gone and done the same thing, because this person or these people went to do the same thing with your person, where your person feels as though you were giving them and also wanting to build elsewhere, wanting to invest with them, but also wanting to invest elsewhere. And your person feels as though you lied to them, you were untruthful. And your person, as a result of this, had to walk away. But you also had to walk away. So something happened here that made it impossible for you guys to move forward in a possible way, in a positive way. Something happened here that left both of you no choice but to walk away. And I feel like there are some untruths here. I feel as though you were both misguided and misled by people or someone that you both trusted. So, if it is a twin flame connection that you are in, then what's happened here is you have both. It was easier for the both of you to believe that the person that brings you so much joy would be deceiving you than to believe that you were deserving and worthy of that joy. It was easier for you to see the ego aspect of this person than to focus on the part of them that is soul and source, and the abundance and the joy and the happiness that you brought into one another's lives. Now, in a twin flame dynamic, when you give the part of you that is ego control of this dynamic, it'll spit you out. It'll blow you off into the bushes. No matter what, you cannot control. A twin flame awakening is a soul awakening. It is high vibrational, and if you come at the dynamic from a low vibrational perspective, you can say all the right things with your mouth, but the fact of the matter is, if you're trying to control it, to control the outcomes, if you're focused on the conditions and not the essence of unconditional love, it'll blow you off into the bushes. You will blame your divine counterpart, they will blame you, and that is what I see has happened here. But there was definitely a snake amongst you. How is it that this person feels about my pile twos? Now, if you guys could have a conversation and talk all of this through, you'll realize that this was a big misunderstanding. But someone that is in their ego is very stubborn. person still watches you and hopes that is waiting for you to come towards them. They're waiting for things to just turn around. They're waiting for you to come towards them. But your person is not in an energy of taking any action. They watch you from a distance. Your person feels as though you were a choice that they needed to make, but that they didn't get to make. And at the same time, you not really a choice, because you're a part of them. Your person still feels very connected to you, and the strongest that they've ever been has been with you. There's a strength in this connection, in being connected to you and knowing you, and your person is aware of the possibility that you could be. Your person thinks of you as soulmates, or as twin flames, or as possibly being one of those. For pile 2, what is my pile 2's person's intentions when it comes to this connection? Your person watches you, pile 2. They still watch you. They watch your social media. They try and figure out what's happening with you. This person still feels deeply moved, feels there's an emotional stirring in the heart chakra when they think of you, when they watch you. What is it that pile 2's person, what are their intentions towards my pile 2's? This person was happy with you, and then this thing happened. And it was a shock, it was abrupt, and it left everything in a mess. Their intention is to find their way back to that warmth, that sense of home, that sense of belonging that they had with you. To be patient and to do their work and to plan. Your person knows that they are the ones that that shut themselves out here. Your person knows that your person made a big mistake, and life has been very cold and empty since then. That sun that shone, that was constantly shining upon your person with you, was gone. And your person is willing to work towards being who they need to be, so that they can find their way back to this warmth, back to you. So that your person can have victory with you. It seems to me as though your person has come to realize that those who your person trusted might not have been worthy of that trust, and that there might have been some ulterior motives, and that your person and you might have both been misguided because you trusted people that you shouldn't have. Time frame. I'd like to see a time frame for this. Things are not going to shift here in the next few weeks, guys. The energy that I'm picking up is is a more solid long-term kind of energy, and it's one that takes time. It's not a rushing into things. But let's see. Yeah. Your person has to close out karmic cycles before they come to this place where they can come towards you and resolve this and have this victory and abundance and success with you, where you have such a different outcome after a long period of separation. If this resonates with you, please comment, let me know how. If you feel called to have a closer look into your situation, perhaps you'd like to receive personal guidance and direction about what is happening with you. If you're wondering if you're in a twin flame connection, you're not sure, you'd like to receive clarity about that, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. Do what is best for you. Love and light, and I will see you next time. Bye now. Hello, pile 3. So we're taking a look at what is happening with your person. There's no contact. This person possibly blocked or ghosted you. And some of you might be in a twin flame dynamic. But it doesn't really matter. It could be a soulmate, a karmic soulmate, or a twin flame. There's no contact. Your person ghosted, blocked you, disconnection, and you have questions. I would like to help you find answers to those questions. If you've chosen pile 3, let's take a look at the reason why your person is not reaching out to you, is possibly avoiding you, and their feelings towards you and their intentions. Okay. Right. Okay. So, pile 3. It looks to me like this is a married man or woman. This is someone that has a great sense of pride and believes in honoring their commitments. At all costs. Your person is adamant about doing the right thing and wants to move forward towards more balance and harmony and being a better person, having equal give and take in their relationships. Your person doesn't like who they've become, and this is why there is no contact. Your person has decided to honor their responsibilities and honor their commitments, because they believe that that is a path to which they become the refined, better person, happier person, more satisfied and fulfilled person that they want to be. Whether that is the path that leads them to that or not depends from individual to individual. Everybody's journey is different. How is it that your person feels about you? Okay, so your person definitely believes, your person feels that you're their soulmate, that they have loved and known you in different lifetimes, and that you've come into their lives to help them remember who they are, that they are good, that they are honest, that they are righteous. Your person believes that you came into their life to remind them of this. That because of you, because you are just, you are true, you are good, you have inspired and awoken in them that they are at their core, that your person at your person's core is that too. To do the right thing and to be courageous and to be brave always works out in everyone's favor. But at the same time, your person feels that this experience with you has left them bleeding on the battleground, feeling betrayed, feeling abandoned, wounded. And your person is very clear about the fact that they love you and that there is a deep connection here, but that you don't need your person and that you are almost out of your person's league, in a sense. You are the queen of your own kingdom, you are intuitive, you have a capacity to love, to give love, you are loved, and you do not need this person. So your person has decided to stay where they are needed. Many people don't associate love with unconditionality. Everybody wants unconditional love. But most people associate loving and being loved with the conditions of the relationship. And the conditions implementing a sense of need for being there, or a purpose that they are fulfilling. And love is not needy. Love is not something that you can pour into another person because they are empty, in the hope that you will be filled. How does that even make sense? You pouring into another cup in the hope that you will be filled. Never happens. But that is how we are conditioned, and unconditioning helps us to remember and to learn what unconditional love is. Because this love with you is unconditional, your person is not able to recognize it because they've never known anything like it. And your person is not able to see it to be real, because the truth is your person does not see their value and their worth in this other situation. Having a position, having a role to play, having responsibilities gives them a sense of value and a sense of purpose, when their purpose should be independent of everything and everyone around them. But we are not all there. And that's okay. We don't all get there. We don't all want to get there. This is the path that your person's chosen, and unfortunately it is going to result in great regret. But your person is entitled to that. It is their life, they have free will. It's sad though. The intentions are good, but it is is your person's intention when it comes to you? Well, your person believes they've made their choice. That betraying you, abandoning you and themselves is what needs to be done, is the right thing to do. But betrayal heals more betrayal, heals more betrayal. Doesn't matter how you sugarcoat it, doesn't matter how you wrap it. You're a vibrational match to it, you calibrate to it, and you call for it in every aspect of your life. Your person's desire is to be reborn to a newness that intuitively your person knows they can only have with you. But the journey that your person is on is to finding this companionship, this love, this new understanding of love, this new relationship with love and life through themselves. Even though they think it's through the actions that they're taking, your person's inner being is guiding them on this journey that is going to end up, it's just not going to be what they think. But it's going to bring them to where they need to be. They can only, what you have experienced in this connection and what you believe the two of you can have is not possible right now because your person has not become that in relation to themselves. And so you need to ask yourself, if this resonates with you, have you fully become that in relationship with yourself? Because that's the journey your person's been taken on, and that's the journey you've been taken on. How long will it take for this Emperor to realize and to awaken to the truth here? The bitter truth to swallow. How long will it take? Time frame? Let's see if Spirit reveals a time frame. It doesn't look like this person is going to be able to stay in this little delusion for long. It looks like a 4-month period. And then things are going to start getting real for your person. Real in terms of, is this how things really work? What is it that I'm wanting to, what is it that I'm really doing here? Because society wants us to do things in a particular way because it serves the system, it serves society, it serves everybody, it serves those around us. And many people are miserable because of it. Because their focus is on making everybody else happy with the promise that they will be happy in the end, and it never happens. Be true to thyself. To thine self be true. Because only in your own truth and only in being honest with yourself can you be honest with others. We are not ever going to be able to give other people their happiness and their sense of worthiness and their sense of confidence, esteem, respect, because it's not ours to give. It's theirs to give themselves. It's mine to give me. Pile 3. That is your reading. If it resonates with you, please comment, let me know how. Don't forget to like if you haven't yet, and subscribe if you'd like to see my upcoming videos. If you're interested in getting a personal look into your situation, perhaps receiving personal guidance, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. Do what is best for you. Love and light, and I will see you next time. Bye now.